All right, what's up, guys? So today I just want to talk about identity and things that really owning who we are. So, for example, right, I'm a high school student. I identify myself as someone who does homework, who studies, reads textbooks, all that good stuff, right? So, therefore, I'm a student. Someone who might be an architect, right? They design homes for people. They draw plans out and they make these plans come to fruition. They identify as an architect. Or someone who likes to play basketball, right? I used to love playing basketball so much. I never was good at it, but I loved it. You dribble the ball, you take shots, you play with other people. You're a basketball player. But what about when it comes to Jesus? Right? We might, go to church, think, oh, I'm a good person. I do what I need to do. But how often, when it comes to other people, how often do we identify ourselves as someone who really is a disciple of what he teaches, of who he is? I like to turn to a passage in Just As I Am, Billy Graham's autobiography. Very good. One of probably the greatest American evangelists of all time, right? In October of 1948, he was going to a conference in Atlanta to preach to some young students, to share the gospel. This was before he even became super big, before his Los Angeles crusade back in 1952, which really set him off, really made him, gave him his name. So in this time, October 1948, he was in a hotel, right? And he was just trying to get some sleep before his conference the next day. And there happened to be a rambunctious crowd that was in a couple rooms down. They were drinking and partying and just being real loud when he's trying to sleep, right? You can imagine, no matter how Christian you are, it's just annoying, right? You're just like, I'm just trying to get some sleep. What's going on? So for 2 hours he laid there, and then he said, you know what, enough is enough. And then he went over and he flew up in the door and he goes, stop. You guys this is ridiculous. The first thing, after they got him all quiet, the first thing that came out of his mouth, which was not planned, was, I am a minister of the gospel. Everyone just froze, even he did. And for about 5 or 10 minutes, he began to speak to them. He said, look, you guys have to change. Some of you are Sunday school teachers and deacons in the church, I know it. And people's heads around the room started going down. And he left later that night, and he stated that he didn't hear any more noise for the entire night. That was it. But the thing that amazed me so much about that story is that, even though he was the greatest evangelist of all time, he could have sat in his room and just said, you know what, this isn't my deal, this isn't part of who I am. My conference is tomorrow. I'm an evangelist tomorrow. I'll preach at the conference tomorrow, but other than that, I'm not going to go any further. No. He waltzes in there and he says, I am a minister of the gospel. I am something that Jesus has sent down. A messenger. That's who I am. What about us? Every single person watching this video, I love every one of you. God loves every single one of you. It's in His Word. Who does your identity say you are? Are you somebody who goes through the motions and just does what they need to do to get by? Are you someone who says, I am a disciple of Jesus? Right? In John 3:30, that's one of my favorite verses. I live by it all the time. He must grow more prominent in my life, and I must grow less so. I have to put the needs of other people and the needs of Jesus above my own, my own needs. I'm a servant. We are called to serve. We are called to live lives that are different and to live lives that reflect his example. I'm telling you, man, Jesus is something we have to own, something we have to believe in, something we have to identify with every single day in our lives. Okay? You've been served. God bless.